What is compound interest? Well, according to Arthur J. Keown in Personal Finance, Turning Money into Wealth, a textbook I took in college when I was taking finance courses back then, compound interest is interest paid on interest. This occurs when interest paid on an investment is reinvested and added to the principal, thus allowing you to earn interest on the interest as well as the principal. The principal is the face value of the deposit or debt instrument. So the key factor of compound interest is reinvesting the money you earned off the interest from an investment and investing it back into the investment. Let's take a look at the math behind it. Let's say you invested $100 into a security that gives you 10% interest that compounds annually. So today the investment is worth $100. 1 year you will have your $100 plus 10% interest, which comes to $10. So total you'll have $110. Now 2 years from now you will have your $110 plus $11 in interest, because that's 10% of 110. Your principal plus the interest you earned last year, so it comes out to $121. So to calculate the interest you will earn in 1 year, you take your principal, which is $100, and you times it by 1.1. Why 1.1? Well, we times it by 100%, which is your principal, plus the 10% interest. So that's 110%. In 2 years, we would do 100 times 1.1 times 1.1. Or you can square 1.1. So it'd be 100 times 1.1 squared. And if it was 3 years, we'd do 100 times 1.1 cubed. So if you wanted to find out how much you will make in n amount of years, you just times 100 by 1.1 to the nth power. So let's say we have 5% interest instead of 10% interest. All we'd have to do is times our principal, $100, by 1.05 instead of 1.1. The same is also true if you wanted to see how much you would make in n amount of years. You just put 1.05 to the nth power and times it by 100. Now, here's a question. How long does it take to double your money at 10%? So what we have here as far as math goes is you have 100 times your 1.1 to the x power equals 200, because we want to double our money. We want to see how long it takes to double our money. In order to figure this out, we would have to divide each side by 100, which would be 1.1x equals 2. Now, in order to figure that out, to continue from here, we'd have to do a logarithm. So we would have x equals log base 1.1 of 2. Unfortunately, most calculators only allow you to use the log base of 10. And we have to convert our equation so the log base is 10, which is log base 10 of 2 divided by log base 10 of 1.1. Now let's enter that into our calculator. We'll have a log of 2 equals 0.3 divided by log of 1.1 equals 0.04, which comes to 7.27 years, which we can round to 7.3 years. So with 10% interest, it would take 7.3 years to double your money. Luckily for us, there is a much easier way of doing this, and it's called the rule of 72. Let's try it out. So we have 10% interest compounding annually. How long does it take to double my money? Now with the rule of 72, we take 72 and we divide it by the percentage of our interest rate. So that is 72 divided by 10, not 0.1, because that'd be the decimal, but we want the percentage, so it'd be 10. So what is 72 divided by 10? It is 7.2 years. So it's pretty accurate. It's pretty close to doing the logs. Now what happens if we have 5% compounded annually? Well, that is 72 divided by 5, which equals 14.4. So when the interest rate is cut in half, it will double the amount of time it takes to double our money. So just for fun, let's try 20% interest rate compounded annually, which is 72 divided by 20, and it equals 3.6. So that takes us half as much time as it would with 10% interest. So the rule of 72 may not be completely exactly the same as far as the logs go, but it's pretty close and it's pretty accurate. So it's a great and easy, simple way to find out how long it will take to double your money with the current interest rate you are having with your security. Now in the next episode, we're going to go over the time value of money. And if you found this video helpful, please give it the thumbs up and give it a share. You can always share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. If you want notifications and emails about all this cool advice on finance and whatnot, sign up to our newsletter. You can get all this stuff in our weekly newsletter. I'll put a link down below where you can just click it and sign up with your name and email. I'll also put a link below to where you can find Arthur J. Keown's textbook, Personal Finance: Turning Money into Wealth. I definitely highly recommend checking it out. I mean, it's a textbook edition, so it's kind of like it's got study guides and stuff. It's one of the books I used in college. I was going for my degree, so it's definitely helpful. You can it's got more than just compound interest. It talks about all these different personal finance strategies to managing your money and retirement. So check it out. And I'm going to be basing a lot of other lessons on this book as well. So if you really want to dive into it, I would definitely check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.